Usually this is how it gets started. So yeah, Sidhendra, where are you joining us from?
I'm currently working for a company called Tesco. It's the largest retailer in UK. Sorry, I guess you couldn't hear me clearly. No.
Yeah. So I was just asking, where are you joining us? Which location you belong to?
I'm in Bangalore.
Okay, you're in Bangalore. You're basically from Bangalore, or you're working in Bangalore?
No, I'm basically in Bangalore.
Okay, got it. Great. So yeah, just wanted to know a little bit more about you and your past experience. Yes, I have your resume right in front of me, but still, it's always better to get a intro from themselves, because resume doesn't tell everything about a person. So I'll be happy to get an intro from you to understand more about your past experience, and also feel free to inform all the things, whatever you could not put in a resume. Make use of this time.
Sure. Okay, so start off with it. So I'm someone who's close to 15 years of experience in primarily in HR, BPO, and benefits operations kind of setup. I've worked only for 2 companies in all the 15 years. So I spent good number of time in Fidelity Investment. That was my first company. It's a US-based financial company, and then currently I'm with Tesco, which is the largest UK retail company. And having said that, I of course, as part of Fidelity, I have worked with multiple other companies who are our clients. For example, Bank of America, which is one of the largest banks in the US, to ABB, BSF, and few other companies.
Okay.
So this also gave me experience of working for both a third party kind of setup and a captive BPO. So currently I'm in a captive BPO. And I have a varied experience of both a people manager and a project manager.
Okay.
And what stands out overall from all the things that I've done is I'm kind of a go-to person for process excellence projects and automations. And I'm really good with Excel, and I've been a Excel trainer as well. And and a lot of automation that I've done primarily using VBA. Nothing to do with otherwise.
Okay, got it. And hope you don't mind. I'm just taking some notes so that I don't miss out some points to give you some backup after the interview.
Sure, that's fine.
Okay. So yes, thanks for your detailed interview. And I'll just give a short intro about me so that we set the ground right. Why this person is talking to me, and what is his background, and what should I answer, what should I not, what question should I ask. Usually that gets better after I give an intro. So yeah, I've been with Captain Fish for around 4 months now, and I've been with early stage startups for around 7 years. And I built products from the scratch and built initial product teams for most of the teams I work with till now. And fortunately, unfortunately, I'm doing the same thing here with Captain Fresh. I'm the first person in the product and leading the product vertical. Now I'm planning to recruit a few more product managers to help me out on different other pods. And yeah, that's where I thought your resume was relevant to one of our pods, where we are looking for people uh, to take care of the project kind of a setup happening on the supply chain side of things, because that's where a lot of innovation is happening for our industry. So yeah, that pod is one of the important pods. We did not get the right person till now, so we thought we'll look for the right person and put it there, because most of the inefficiencies in our industry happens there. So every change we do in the supply chain is like $1 million getting saved, and it's directly impacting the business. So that's why we're looking for people, if not directly from the product management, but also from the people who have that kind of experience of managing huge projects.
Okay. Can I also ask, just to clarify, with this, since you said you're open to getting someone who's has no experience in product management as a product manager, would the person be mentored, or they would be on their own from day one?
See, in our company, we believe that people with the expertise, whatever they have, all they need is kind of a little bit of help or an initial push. But later on, they actually take over. There is no specific way of solving a problem. That's the way our culture is overall. So we don't see whether people are following a process or following a specific set of guidelines. By end of the day, because we are a early stage startup, it all matters if people can get the things done in any way possible. Some people are hustlers, some people go with the process. We don't care. But by end of the day, whether you solve that issue and whether the business is happy, whether the business is moving, that's all matters.
Okay. Okay.
And if you are the person who is keen on getting some people to mentor you, yes, the product team will be structured in a way that product team will be collaborating with each other, because supply chain will directly impact the business, the supply, the demand, everything. So yes, you will be collaborating with a lot of other product managers across the business for helping you on day-to-day functions.
Okay. Thanks for that. Yeah,
Okay,
just
great.
helped me.
Now that you have applied for this, just wanted to know if you did your research from your side and understand what we do.
Yeah, I'm sorry for that. There's somebody on the
It's okay,
door.
man.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
And sorry, Suresh, would you mind repeating your last question?
Yeah. So I was just checking. I would want to know if you happen to check about our company and what we do, and please let me know if you need any more clarifications, because our website is still under development and there's not a lot of information out there. So it's usually better to give out all the information about the company and what we do, and yeah, that's how we take it forward.
Yeah, so just want to understand a bit more on in terms of the markets that you operate in. Is it India or global? And if it's India, what kind of, is it pan India, or you're just focused on certain regions currently?
Okay. Yes. So currently, we most of the business is happening within India, around 70% range. The 30%, yes, we are also exporting into export business, and because we have some partners across countries. So in India also, we are kind of spread around pan India, wherever there is a landing site where the fisherman lands on the land after the fishing. Captain Fresh is always is present in that place. So if you don't know, India is in the second place, second or third place, I guess, in the overall global fish market. So we have one of the largest coastal area where a lot of fishing is happening. So because of the nature of the business, we have a lot of people on every single landing sites taking care of the business. Yeah, that's how we're handling the Indian business right now.
Okay, thank you. I think probably just a few more points I would like to make out of my experience, which might kind of link into what all the things that you called out. And the questions I had is primarily to make sure I'm telling you the relevant points. Uh, so what I said is was just an intro in the beginning. So of course,
Okay.
right. So apart from my current role that I deliver, so of course, designation wise, I'm a team leader, managing a team of about say 12 people. Not as a people manager, but a
How many
bit
people?
different. 12 currently.
Okay.
So I was a people manager for several years right now, and then I moved on into an individual contributor, primarily focusing on continuous improvements. So I do have a team of 12 people for whom my role is to ensure they do their job. I need to take care of that they are delivering their job with accuracy and on time. Apart from that, plus it's a role for me to focus on continuous improvements. or problem solving, can put it that way. Um, and it's been
Sorry about all the background noise. I have a pet and I couldn't command him. He commands over us. So yeah,
yeah, no
please
issues.
ignore it.
I
And you can ask me to mute if you are getting disturbed.
No, I'm not. It's not very audible actually. It's fine. I had
Okay,
a dog
perfect,
by the
perfect.
way, so I understand. Okay.
Okay.
Uh, Sorry. Yeah. So that way, and it's been a kind of a self-interest for me as well, to basically do a lot of problem solving, even though it was not my official role. I've always got into this and helped people across my function, across my org, basically to automate, to improve process, identify pain areas, and so on. Just to put some numbers to it, overall, I've done about 600 plus hours of saving annually, uh,
Okay.
both in my current process and process outside. Um, and then I'm a bit do of obviously a lot of out of the box thinking. So I even today I use MS DOS. I'm not sure. I'm sure how many people actually use it. It's kind of an outdated operating system, but I still do use MS DOS and something called as a batch processing for automations. So and it's quite simple line of say code to type in and it get things done quickly. Uh, and then I've been part of quite serious processes. I understand that operations might be thought as it's the same thing you've done every day, nothing much changes and no risk involved, right? But so I was involved with processes which is very high risk oriented. So from let's say paying 4 to 13 million pounds. So when I started off, it was 13 million pound payment we were making to the UK tax department. It's called as HMRC. Uh, and I was the one who was actually doing all the calculations and then signing it off, saying yes, this is accurate payment we need to make. And over 3 years that I handled this project, there was no accuracy issues at all. It was all fine. 13 million pound payment done. And even now, currently in my current role, I uh, uh, support and validate and to a certain extent sign off payments worth say about 7 million pounds every single month, and all these payments go to the vendor.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Oh, those are
Um,
like huge amount.
yeah,
A lot of
yeah,
risk on your shoulders. How
yeah,
do you
yeah.
handle that? Let's say something went wrong, or do you follow like step-by-step process to make sure that something doesn't go wrong, or by nature you just get it right? How does it
Yeah,
work for you?
it's both actually. We of course do have a written process down, which we need to follow, and the teams to connect with and so on for getting data and all of that. But I kind of have a sense to get things right. So and then I'm quite good on Excel, quite good technically that way, and then very good with numbers. So I tend to find out if something is not right, and that's how it works with me. So quite good with numbers and especially using Excel to finding out if there are any errors out of it. And
Okay, now coming to the main question, man.
yeah,
Yes, now I know about your past experiences. Now I know about what kind of a risky job you are in, and you seem to be doing that great. And why are you planning to transition into product management?
yeah. So it is very much linked to what I just called out of me being both good and very much interested in problem solving. I feel as a product manager, especially if I talk about a customer facing role and not the ones which are internal product managers, we can classify it that way, would require a lot of understanding the details, working with various teams, various stakeholders, and doing good amount of prioritization and mainly problem solving, right? Identifying pain areas and then giving a solution for it. So these are certain things that I've done already, and then and this is something I'm very much interested in. Also to add on, I always kind of uh, wanted to get into these roles, or let's say RPA or continuous improvement. CI is another role there. But this I found very interesting, and then so choose product manager.
Okay, that's interesting, man. So more or less, if what I could understand from whatever you explained is, you're already doing a product manager job with a different name for the role in a
Uh,
way.
Yeah, sorry. Just clarify. I don't manage product as such, but
Okay.
I do have similar experience with doing problem solving, stakeholder engagements. Like I said, managing a large team who don't even report to me. So then I've done a lot of cross-functional management, a lot of training, and then I speak to a lot of directors, heads of operations teams, and so on. So uh, I'm just getting in all that over here to call out that
Okay.
I have kind of similar experience or similar things that I've done as a product manager.
That's awesome. That's great. So yeah, so just wanted to understand because you are transitioning into this role officially. Wanted to understand what kind of a product manager are you? Like, what is your strength?
I'm definitely not a technical product manager because I've never
Okay.
done any of those IT roles, and I would call myself more of a strategic product manager because I'm able to uh, think of the big picture and kind of call out what we need to do. For example, if you can give an example of what I did not too long ago, um,
Okay.
it was a new uh, work that was coming over to us from UK, and in fact, even UK has not delivered on this. It's completely a new, let's say, a employee benefit being delivered, and I've been chosen to be part of it right from the beginning, and so while I was chosen, then I pitched in, and then I said, let me do the process maps that was required, which also gave me a chance to interact with various stakeholders, understand what each of these teams are supposed to deliver, and then put together a process map, which I could then share across everyone, which really helped as a starting point. The process map was very important. So uh, when I did the process map, one of the things that came to highlight is that on my level of patience I have and the kind of understanding I get when interacting with various stakeholders and able to jot it down. And I got everything right. In fact, got an appreciation as well from the head of operations in UK. So kind of got things right as well. So this is something I'm linking in with also to say that I can strategize really well. So I would choose something on those lines for as a product manager also.
Okay. That's awesome. So now just to understand the perspective a little bit better. So let's say you are one of the product owners of Zomato, and Zomato is kind of trying to launch their product in China. With all
Okay.
the information, whatever you have, China is a very weird market, right? So their requirements are different, their culture is different, and Zomato is kind of more of a Indian product. It's doing good in globally, and Chinese market is not very welcoming for any other products, like respective of Indian, and they don't welcome any products inside China. But you is one of the product managers who is good with strategizing things. What is that one thing you would do if the focus for you is to expand in China? Because as you know, right, China is a lot of people, and a lot of people eat a lot, and that's where Zomato makes money. So if this is the use case, being the person who can take a final call, what you would do there? Because we don't have unlimited money, we don't have unlimited time, obviously, for every project, right? You have to choose just one project, and you have to strategize it and put it in short, like, this is what I would do so that I can get there. What that would be?
Uh,
Just put together all the information you have about China, about Zomato, put together,
yeah.
take your time, a minute or two, give me that one thing, what you would do. Doesn't matter if the answer is right. I'm just trying to see how exposed you are to this industry, and how can you come up, or how fast you can come up with some solutions, or solution much closer to the reality.
Sure, sure. I would say Chinese market is that much, I mean, very much similar to Indian one when it comes to the government policies and everything. Of course, they have a bit of more, uh, looking at the current politics that's happening, it's more of a communist thing there. and wherein they dictate a lot of things on how business should operate also. So
Yeah.
it will definitely will be tough that way, wherein individuals cannot just do what they want to do as a business thing. Um, so for Zomato, obviously knowing that it's a delivery app, I mean, basically food delivery thing, uh, definitely it's a good opportunity if Zomato gets into a market like China. And like you said, a lot of people, huge population, and I'm sure variety of food and a lot of restaurants, right? The only hurdle would be to kind of get a permission, probably to operate a business there. Um,
Okay.
as a kind of a strategy or a point to call out, um, I would say start off with giving real benefits to the restaurants, and doesn't matter if it's
Okay.
small or big. Probably we should start with the big ones, and then go to the smaller ones, and then show how Zomato has helped the restaurants in India get on with more business,
Sorry,
and
go from the
that will
smaller
be
one to
influential.
big one. That's what you meant?
No, I
Business
meant the bigger one to the smaller one.
bigger one. Okay, got
Yeah,
it.
bigger to smaller one, and then so there's just more to do with I kind of assuming that the bigger restaurants, obviously the business owners will have a bit of more maturity and would want to look out uh, to improve their way of doing operating the business, while the smaller ones may not really be interested in doing that. And targeting the larger ones first, and then establishing a business later might influence the smaller ones to take it on as well.
Nice.
So,
That's a good approach. That's exactly what Zomato did in India, right? They went on road, 700 people, restaurant to restaurant, gathered all the data, and once they finished doing it, other restaurants felt like they were missing out on it. They
okay,
themselves created an account, business account, and they uploaded that information.
okay,
That's I think, yeah, onto the point. That's how Zomato would do. Also,
okay.
make something impactful, then make other people follow, so that your investment is lesser, but ROI is higher.
Yeah.
That's awesome. So yeah, I think I covered most of it. It's around like 20 minutes now. Would like to keep it open for you to ask any questions if you have about the team, about the company, about your role, whatever it is.
Um, yeah, two things. Sorry, one. I think one other thing I kind of missed out calling, if it will help with the whole process, uh, is also that like I said, I'm quite known for being very patient all the time. So, and then I was also given an opportunity to actually handle uh, a team which had a very difficult stakeholders. Basically, this was an island process. I think it's fine for me to call it out. Um, so I was given this opportunity. I was part of the team for 4 years, and I could actually influence from getting a lot of escalations. I could transition it into engaging with them, managing them, and later on could actually influence decisions that they were taking. So they used to start reaching out to me and asking me for support on certain policy to be implemented and so on. So it was a quite good journey. I'm calling you this out since that gave me a lot of exposure for stakeholder engagement. Um, Probably that was the last piece. With regards to yeah, probably I'll have only one thing to ask, considering I've asked quite a few questions, is what is the plan, what is the future plan for, or what is the vision that Captain Fish has?
Okay, so that's a great thing you asked, because usually I wanted people to know the long-term plan before even getting into the game.
Yeah.
So that's one of the questions I ask whenever I join a company, because it's really important to know what they are getting, what you are getting into, and where they are headed towards. It should match. So to simply put it, Captain Fresh is going to be the biggest protein company humans have ever seen. That's because I'll just take 2 minutes to explain why protein company and why seafood. We humans, we started hunting in water much before hunting in land, because it was easier, and we started consuming fish much before than anything else. So because it was easy to consume and it was easy to cook compared to other, and it's easy to clean and stuff. So we chose that strategically. Yes, seafood is the one for us, and the nutrition whatever we got from them was always great for us. And well, seafood is known to be one of the most rich source of protein. And currently, imagine a fish, every single fish whatever you get in the market is around at least 12 to 20 days old, which is lying on a ice and reaching out to you from which was captured in some random corner of India, which lost most of its nutritions because it's been dead for quite some time. So the protein percentage, whatever you get when or whatever you expect to get from a fish, is not what you're getting today because of not because fish don't have it. Fish has really have it for a long time because of our own inefficiencies of the businesses. People are not consuming that sooner, and there's no easy way of doing this. So that's why we are into this business so deep. Every 1 day saved of that 20 days extra protein for humans, because proteins is not so easy to be synthesized laboratorically for people to consume. Or at least what we can do is be more efficient about our processes and make sure that you reach this particular fish or any seafood to people on their plate so that they can make the most out of it. So that's the vision. Imagine everybody in India eating just 4 to 5 days old fish compared to 20 days old, which is not only good for the person who is eating it, but also good for the person who is actually doing the business, because he's serving best food, and he will also have a lot of fish to serve, and fishes won't get decayed in a day or two after he receives it on the shop. So that's where we are heading towards.
Okay, thanks for the kind of helps.
Yeah. So yeah, man, I think I'm done with my questions. Thanks for giving all the details, and just a few things, the usual HR stuff. If everything goes well, by when you will be able to join us? Like, are you on a notice period? Are you already done?
I Tesco happens to follow a 2-month notice period, so I'll need to serve that.
Okay, got it. Okay, then give me some time. We'll discuss internally, and maybe we'll get back to you on this.
Sure. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.